This is the Scholarlynk news for 11th January 2021. A new group will share relevant and timely counter-terror data between technology firms and the police. The Singapore Police Force and Asia Internet Coalition will collaborate to promote greater exchange of information to fight online crime and enhance awareness of scams. The AIC includes companies such as Google, Facebook, and Grab, and the new group is known as Online Industry Safety and Security Watch Group. Singapore's Minister of State for Home Affairs said that terrorism has expanded through online channels, such as the attacker who killed 50 people in a 2019 shooting in Christchurch, New Zealand. The man had formed his views from the internet and was emboldened by others he met on forums. Online ISSWG will allow Singapore Police to tap into AIC's network of 15 companies to obtain insights to fight terrorism and other crimes committed in cyberspace. This is the 7th collaboration by the police with industry partners to address safety and security concerns for each industry. Think about it. Aside from the police, should teachers and schools also take on a more active role in educating our youths about the dangers online? Parents are anxious about sending their children back to school with new infections still in the thousands. Some have decided to go ahead with the usual preparations even though they are not fully confident of sending their children to school. Some parents are looking forward to sending their children back as they feel that their children learn better in class instead of online. Others preferred their children to continue with online classes as they do not feel that their children will be safe from infection. Others do not want their children back in school as they worry that schools will not properly implement measures such as safe distancing, wearing of masks, and maintaining of cleanliness. One proposal has been for students to return to school on a rotating basis in order to reduce the possibility of any spread of the coronavirus. Another group of parents are calling for school openings to be delayed. Think about it. With so many different concerns and so many different proposals, which do you think is the best? Japan declared a state of emergency for Tokyo and 3 neighboring prefectures. However, many view this move as being too little, too late, and unlikely to have any impact on the COVID-19 infection rate. The previous high of 4,913 new infection cases was quickly topped the next day with 6,001 new infection cases. 50% of the new cases in these 4 prefectures have no known transmission routes, which makes efforts to stem the spread difficult. Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga has long been reluctant to issue a state of emergency due to the impact to the economy. This state of emergency came about as the Tokyo Olympic Games are set to commence in less than 200 days, and people are questioning if Japan can do enough to host a safe event. The president of the Japan Medical Association feels that the government should consider a nationwide state of emergency. Think about it. Most Japanese feel that the Olympic Games should either be postponed again or cancelled. What are your thoughts? President-elect Joe Biden was formally recognized as the next president of the United States by Congress. The vote came hours after pro-Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building and forced lawmakers to escape to safety. President Trump has been blamed by many for inciting the riot with his false claims of election fraud. At a rally earlier in the day, he urged his supporters to march on the Capitol, promising to be there with his supporters. He was not. He has now promised an orderly transition to the new administration despite still disagreeing with the outcome of the November 3rd election. As a result of his actions, he has now lost support from previous allies in Congress. Many Republicans who initially planned to object to the Electoral College votes cast for Mr. Biden changed their minds. Senior officials are discussing invoking the 25th Amendment to remove Mr. Trump from office before his term expires on January 20th. Think about it. Should Mr. Trump be impeached or removed from office before the end of this term, which is happening in under 2 weeks? As cases surge and new variants that spread more easily are appearing, governments around the world are facing massive demand for vaccines. These are seen as the best way out of the global health crisis. As demand still outstrips supply, the World Health Organization has been considering different ways to use existing stock of vaccines most effectively. The chairman of WHO's Strategic Advisory Group of Experts on Immunization announced that after deliberation, their recommendation is for 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine to be taken within 21 to 28 days. However, countries can be given leeway to spread out the 2 doses over 6 weeks if necessary, so that more high-risk people can receive the benefit of having the first shot. 5 British medical scientists have criticized the government's plan to delay the second dose by up to 12 weeks, stating that dosing schedules should not be altered without evidence. Think about it. Is it better to give proper inoculation to a smaller group of people or partial inoculation to twice as many people? This brings us to the end of today's edition of the Scholarlynk News. Please remember to subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified of our new videos. As always, this is the Scholarlynk team saying goodbye and wishing you a very wonderful day.